sie dann danken and to bring it over here. But Ira...
I usually arrive at the theater about an hour before the public is in, and unlock the booth and turn everything on, get the projectors warmed up, get the oil flowing through them and whatnot. Takes about 20 minutes to half hour to prep each projector, get it clean. The first thing I'll do is put the reel on the projector, and then I'll bring the film down, and I have to put it what's called in frame. So I have to take a frame of the film and align it with a little framing window that's lit up.
Every time the shutter blade clears the path for the lamplight, the Geneva movement has stopped the film in place, and we see an image. And then while that film is in motion to bring up the next frame, the shutter's going to block the light so we don't see that ghosting effect.
Once a film comes from the distributor, comes on 2,000-foot reels in cases. I take those reels and I build them up, which means I take them and I join them together by splicing the film together. Put them on 6,000-foot reels, and usually 2 6,000-foot reels is good for a movie. There's one changeover in between, so I run one 6,000-foot reel, and when that's just about over, I have to switch to the other one right in the middle of the movie without the audience knowing.
The projectionist's responsibility is to show the film as the filmmaker intended, to not have any influence on the way the film is shown. If the film goes perfectly, if it's in frame and in focus and there are no interruptions, the audience doesn't even know you're up there.
I'm unable to maintain adequate velocity to sustain hyperspace. We have to make an emergency landing. Unacceptable!
A lot of people just think it's maybe a VCR, you put a tape in, press a button, and go to sleep or something. But no, it's like an auto mechanic or anything else. It's a trade, and you have to. It's a piece of machinery. You have to know the machinery in and out, and know how to fix it if it breaks.
A lot of people don't know what to do anymore if something doesn't go right. So it's our job to stay on screen, not just get on screen.
You make it or break it. Somebody can put their life's work and blood, sweat, and tears into making a movie, and it looks awesome. And if you don't show it right, it just doesn't look good at all.
The things that can go wrong, they can go from mechanical problems from the projector, electrical problems somewhere in the booth, pigeons that fly around in the theater. You can have earthquakes, minor tremors where speakers have been pushed through the screen. Any number of things that can go wrong. You have to be creative, that's for sure. You have to be able to use masking tape and cardboard and clothespins and duct tape and hardware and everything to stay on screen, and somehow you do.
They don't really think about the projectionist until all of a sudden the movie goes off and it's dark in here, and they all turn around and start going boo, boo, and clapping and, whistling and chanting, we want the show, and you're sitting in there sweating bullets going, oh my God, trying to fix this as quickly as possible, and before they, all come up en masse and, mob mentality. Other than the very, very, very odd time I might be at the viewport, checking the focus or something else, somebody might look up and see me and wave. Otherwise, there is no relationship. They don't see me. I see them, but it's a very secluded job. I met my wife at a theater I worked at. She was a candy girl. I was a projectionist. She used to bring me up coffee and, you know, disappear for hours, and, you know, the manager would be looking for her. Is she up there? No. You know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you're alone in a dark room for most of the day, you know, or the night, and, you know, well, it can seem as if you're not aware that there's a world out there because you're so busy in what you're doing.
I think it's kind of neat, you know, just like in the old movies.
You know, the projectionist is really the last person in the whole process of making a film. You've got pre-production, and you've got production, and you've got post-production, and then you've got exhibition. And either that professional or that kid or that woman or that man is in the booth showing your show for the first time. And that is part of the filmmaking process, is showing it.
Just something special about the job I just can't really put into words. It's almost mythical. It's just really cool.
Sorry, love. This is the stuff adventures are made of. And I'll finish this one alone.